What up, YouTube? I am Dom Knight. This is Knight Talks, and we are back with another Knight relationship advice. All right, you know what we gotta do before we start the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content. All right, trying to get 100 subs by July. Go with some size my eyes on the prize. Let's get it. All right, last week we did the male story first. We're gonna do the female story first. All right, let's jump right into this. This one's crazy off the rip. After 7 years of marriage, my husband started hitting me in front of our daughter. Crazy. I've been married to my husband for almost 8 years now. We've been dating for 1 year before getting married. So right now, I think that's just too soon to get married. I think you need at least two. All right, at least two. Anywho, our marriage was always stable. Nothing like extraordinary romantic, but always predictable and functional. From the early stages of our marriage, my husband would control the money, meaning keep my salary on his account and just give me the monthly allowance he thought was appropriate. Hold up. That's your money, girl. Better get your money. I thought this was some sort of mental abuse while he claimed that I managed money poorly and this was way better for me. Fast forward to some years later, we excelled in our careers, made significant savings and investments, so I thought that him managing the money was a good thing. We have delayed the parenthood based on his demand until we come to a better financial position, which while we're always making enough to have a child at any point in time, I suffered due to this decision as I've always wanted to be a mother, but didn't have much to say in it. When he decided that we should start trying, our mid-30s, for a baby, it turned out that he had some fertility issues and our struggle took a bit longer with 2 rounds of IVF. My dream was finally coming true. I was about to become a mother, what I always wanted. By the time I gave birth, we had already had enough savings and passive income that would keep us going for decades. However, instead of being allowed to enjoy the motherhood, my husband decided that I should go back to work 6 weeks after my birth. They got all this money, they got everything you need, and this man's forcing her to go back after that. Come on, man. No woman wants to be separated from her child that young, especially if she don't have to. I mean, if she had to make the money, then she had to, but y'all don't have to, man. If y'all got that luxury, use it, yo. Crazy. Anyway, my heart was breaking, but I thought I was doing what's best for my family. My work assumes 60-ish hours of work per week, with travels included, which would sometimes make me be away for 100 hours a week. It's not good for a new mother. All that sacrifice with a husband making US dollars 250K net and me saving most of my income, like 70% for years. Anyways, I thought this was what I'm supposed to do. Sometime last year, my husband all of a sudden started physically abusing me from time to time. Nothing major, or nothing like major injuries, but a lot of yelling and pushing, pulling my hair, making scenes in front of our daughter. He would always say it's my fault that I'm irritating him, or he would accuse me of flirting with some random man. Never happened. I would always try and keep the peace and keep the family together because of our daughter. Last month we went on holiday, and some nights I would stay in the room with our kid after dinner. He would go out for a drink or two. This was fine with me. The kid was tired and I saw no big issue. However, a few days ago, I was checking something on IG and I saw that he was following one girl who was at the resort at the same time as us, and she follows him back. When I confronted him and said that he never spoke with her, she just added him. When I said that she wouldn't be able to do so without telling her his name, he said that she probably has asked the hotel staff. Come on now. She even said, what a load of BS. When I didn't want to accept his apology, he got angry and started beating me, threatening to kill me. We live in a Middle Eastern country. It's hard to prove things like this to the police. My question is there an angle I'm not seeing, meaning I'm doing something wrong, or I'm married to an increasingly abusive person? Well, sounds like the latter to me. You're married to an increasingly abusive person, someone who's always been mentally abusive, honey. He's been mentally abusing you with the money for years, and then he mentally abused you when you had your kid and made you go back to work. This man's always been abusive. You're just now seeing it because now it's gotten physical, and the money kind of blinded you to what was really going on. And I get that. It's easy to get wrapped up in that. But the problem here is you're in a country, a Middle Eastern country. I know all the things there go. I'm in favor of women, very still patriarchal, but I don't know what to tell you what to do, but if you can, leave. Leave if you can, because this stuff's only gonna get worse. And he's obviously cheating on you. I mean, he's obviously cheating on you. So, or He may not be cheating. He may have just gotten the Instagram, so he might not be physically cheating, but I mean, he's obviously was interested in her or whatever, because I don't know. It sounds like the shift in behavior, though, sounds like he was doing something wrong, like he was guilty of something. So, but that sudden shift in behavior, that's what it seems like to me. So if you can get out, get out. But unfortunately, I don't know the situation in your country, so I can't help you. If this was America, the police would believe you, especially if you got bruises. So good luck to you. Get out if you can. So next story, got the man story. Wife, 26, let her sister die, and I'm not sure I can stay with her. I'm going to try and keep this brief. My head is so messed up right now, and hopefully this helped me sort things out. I've, male, 30, been married to my wife Leslie for about a year and been a couple for 3. We got quickly married at a courthouse in the middle of the pandemic for health insurance reasons, but we were both truly ecstatic about getting married and are planning to have a huge ceremony next year. I had a very unhealthy relationship before Leslie, so I was very hesitant in our relationship at first, but Leslie is the kindest person I've ever met, selfless, caring, and a beautiful soul with a beautiful body, and we make each other so much better. I cannot have asked for a better partner. Leslie is close with her family, but not with her sister, Maria, age 33. Leslie always told me that the age gap didn't help, but that mostly, Maria treated her horribly throughout childhood. She was apparently always appointed as Leslie's babysitter and used those occasions to tease Leslie however she could. Once destroying a Barbie Leslie loved, destroying something of hers, Maria's, and then crying to their parents about how horrible Leslie had been, bullying her about her weight, stealing Leslie's friend, and messing with her social life however she could, like posting embarrassing photos and etc. Personally, I've met Maria several times in the last 4 years, and she was very kind and loving towards everyone, Leslie included. She always made sure to drive everyone home who drank too much, offered us a vacation home for our honeymoon. She genuinely wasn't unlike Leslie herself, honestly. I gotta be honest. In all those interactions, it was always Leslie who come off as cold and hostile towards her sister, while Maria was nothing but sweet to her back. Thing is, Leslie was summoned to her parents' house a few months ago, and when she came back, she was in the worst mood I'd ever seen her in. When I asked, she told me her family had pulled an intervention on her, trying to force her to make up with Maria. She refused and left, and we got calls from her parents several times a day for weeks after that. She'd always tell me to ignore them. This weekend, I took a trip with my 2 buddies to go hiking for the first time in forever. And who do we run to at the top of the trail? Leslie's parents. The interaction was extremely tense, but after a few strange looks, I think they realized that I had no idea why they were being so cold towards me. Leslie's mother then told me, through tears, that Leslie, without telling me, had been refusing for months to undergo the test to see if she'd be a compatible match for a liver donor for her sister. And Maria died 2 weeks ago. I was and still am shaken to the bone. I had no idea what to say to Leslie's parents. I felt so embarrassed, so horrified, and I think they could tell. And now, here I am. I have no idea how to process this. I understand Maria treated Leslie horribly in their childhood. Maybe I got a wrong picture from my wife, but the things she told me sounded like petty sibling squabbles. Nothing unlike what my siblings and I did to each other. We have a completely open relationship, so I don't think she's been hiding anything major. But on the other hand, she didn't tell me her sister died. Thinking about it now, so many things make so much sense. But what I'm grappling with the most is that while I trust and believe her and I'm on her side always, I'm not sure I can forgive her for this, for abandoning her own sister in a time of need. I knew her sister. Whatever Maria did in the past, she was not that person anymore, and I don't think she deserved to die. When I confronted Leslie about it, she cried, but said she didn't owe Maria anything. I don't know what to do now. I'll tell you what to do, buddy. You need to support your wife. That simple. Whatever reason your wife has for not wanting to help Maria, that's on her. You don't know. You weren't there in the past. You don't know what happened. You don't know what she did. You have no idea, bro. You only know what she's telling you. And if she's not really ready to tell you something, you need to trust that. You need to respect that. and you need to respect your wife's decision because it's her body and her choice at the end of the day ultimately. All right? I love my sister. My sister and I, we don't always get along, always see eye to eye. Would I do it for her? Yes, I would. But we may have a different relationship than Leslie and Maria. We don't know what their childhood trauma consists of. So you got to respect that. You need to support your wife, bro. You need to be there for her. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you want her to be understanding of your reasoning, respect your body, and support you. All right? That's what I got to say on that. Now, got a little fun bonus for you, all right? This is fun. This actually isn't a relationship advice. This is a dating advice, all right? I saw this and I was like, I gotta help my mans out, all right? So check this out. I am going on my first date ever tomorrow and I'm nervous as fuck. I am 20. I have never been on a real date before. I met this girl on Bumble. We've been talking daily for the past 2.5 weeks now. We exchanged numbers and have talked multiple times on the phone as well. We really hit it off. I asked her out and she said yes. She is 2 years older than me. She has a lot more experience. She has dated a lot of guys and been in 2 relationships. She's also hooked up with a couple of people. While me, on the other hand, have never even been on a real date before. And that scares me. I'm freaking out and there's so many questions flowing through my head. We are supposed to meet for a coffee date tomorrow. Should I hug her when I meet her for the first time or just a handshake? Should I be touching her on her shoulders or arms to establish a bit of physical contact? No. I'm gonna answer that one right now. No. What should I wear? Should I kiss her goodnight? I am from India. People frown upon public shows of affection. So if I should, where do I do it? If yes, should I ask her before kissing her? Should I bring flowers? What if I run out of things to speak and look like a complete idiot? I'm scared and my lack of knowledge with this whole date thing will scare her off. Help a brother out, please. Brother, I'm gonna help you out, all right? So, already answered. You should not be touching her.
Whoa, no touchy. No touchy. No touch.
That's just weird. That's weird. And she's gonna think you're weird. I would too. If a woman was doing it to me on a first date, just touching me, that's weird. Should you hug her? Yeah, man. Give her a nice, regular hug like you hug any of your female friends. Don't draw it out too long. Don't make it awkward and quick, all right? Make it a nice, normal hug. Embrace her. Show her, hey, let her feel the still a little bit, all right? But don't overdo it. Just a simple hug. Now, what should you wear? It's a good question. It's a grand question. It's first date, so first impressions matter, right? You definitely want to wear something where you don't want to overdo it because it's coffee, bros. You're not going to church or a funeral, so don't show up in a tuxedo. But you also don't want to show up in your joggers and your old beat up hoodie, all right? So my suggestion, bro, I don't know your style, but I'm gonna say just throw on a nice pair of jeans, clean, a nice shirt, and some sneakers to match, bro. Like, if you got a decent little button down or something, or nice little polo top, maybe not a t-shirt, maybe something a little nicer than just a t-shirt, but make sure your shoes are clean, bro. Even if you gotta resort to a t-shirt, make sure that shirt's crispy, shoes are clean, make sure you're well groomed, and make sure you smell good, all right? Make sure your breath is on point. Bring some Tic Tacs in before you go, or whatever they got out there in India. So that's what you want to do. First impressions matter. When you hug her, you want her to smell that scent. You want her to smell that fresh breath when you say hi for the first time, all right? That'll get her. She'll know you're about business, all right? Should you kiss her goodnight? It depends, man. It depends on where the date goes. You gotta be able to read the situation, all right? If y'all done had 4 or 5 cups of coffee and some great conversation, and y'all done went running around the block because y'all got so much energy, and you walk her to her doorstep and she's feeling it, you're feeling it, go for it, man. Now just don't let nobody see you. I mean, that's on you to pick the right spot, Don't let nobody see you, but only if she's feeling it. If you can tell she wants it, you got to be able to read that. And this might take you some dating experience to read and figure out when a woman is giving out those kind of choosing signals, all right? So don't rush it. Don't think you need to rush anything, because I know you're 20, it's your first date, you ain't really got no experience with girls. I'm guessing you're a virgin too. So Don't rush nothing. Just relax. Go with the flow, all right? Should you bring flowers? Hell no, bruh. Come on, man. It's the first date. This ain't your girlfriend. This ain't Valentine's Day. You bring them flowers, she gonna think you a nice guy, bro. And nice guys get friend zoned. So that's not what you want, man. You don't want to get friend zoned, all right? So if the vibe, what happens if you run out of things to talk about? If the vibe is anything like your phone chemistry, which it sounds like it was pretty good, you will be all good. You guys will not run out of stuff to talk about. You guys in person will probably have even more to talk about, right? You'll be all good. Don't worry about it. And if the conversation is stale, it's your first date. It's okay. There's plenty of women out there, all right? There's plenty of fish in the sea. If this doesn't go well, you will learn from this experience, bro. And you will take this to the next date and learn what not to do. But I'm going to tell you this. If this date is successful and you do end up dating her, and you guys start getting close and it seems like she wants to get intimate, I'm guessing your version. I'm going to tell you what Seth Rogen told Steve Carell in the 40-year-old version. Go slay a few hood rats, so when you actually bang the girl you like, you're at least mediocre at sex, all right? That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to keep it real there. But if she does know you're a virgin, she might work with you. I don't know. She is 22. She might think it's weird, but she might work with you too if she really likes you, bro. So don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, man. This is your first date of many, all right? And that's all I got for you. I am Dom Knight. This is Night Talks. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content, all right? Throw the socials up here for you. And I will be back on Monday. Peace.